Poverty tends to not just empty your pockets, it also tends to empty your soul. It just makes people feel as if they're worthless.
The idea of American individualism is rooted so deeply. You're poor because you caused it.
Can you please help me? That's hard enough to say without people then looking down on you when you're paying with food stamps.
We have single mothers, elderly women, elderly gentlemen calling up for help. And I think had they not come to us, they could very well be homeless by now.
The mission of the Safety Net Project is to stabilize tenancies, to combat or marginally disrupt the horrific onslaught of homelessness.
We have clients who are born and bred in New York City, some of whom have been born into poverty, others who have been thrust into poverty. The person who's been thrust into poverty tends to not understand why it's so difficult to get help from the government. For people who've been born into poverty, they understand it pretty well. But our job is the same with both, which is to help people through legal action and through general advocacy, try and navigate the city's bureaucratic system, but if necessary, provide legal representation. We help people deal first with their basic needs and try and steer them in the direction where they can get beyond that.
I've been dependent on public benefits at times in my life, and I've also been a fully functioning working class American. I didn't fully understand homelessness before I became homeless. It's not a choice for me, but it doesn't make me a bad person or saying that I have a defect in my character. It means that I needed help. To be able to sustain life, you need food, clothing, shelter. I don't think that that's asking too much. If the goal is to get out of the system and not stay stuck in it, and I feel it's a God-given right. I've been a single mother of my son, who's now 13 years old. And I was able to get out the system, so I'm not so hopeless in my homelessness situation.
One thing that I feel particularly proud of overall with the Safety Net Project is that we have an arm called the Safety Net Activists. And these are folks who have lived experience with homelessness and housing insecurity that are members of our team. I'm quite proud of that because we have lived the values that we have to creating an environment where we create holistic solutions. It takes a lot to do, to be in this work, and you really can do what you can do. Just kind of remembering that you can make a difference in one person's day. Maybe it's one person today. Maybe today is only one person. Maybe tomorrow's two. Maybe the next day is three. But if it's one, that's enough.